yogic texts and all the different schools of yoga have different names. So sometimes, but they agree somewhat. Anyway, this is sometimes called two-legged table. Nobody's ever really seen a two-legged table, so that's probably why we don't call it that anymore in the modern age, but that's its technical name. So just to show you a couple of points that we're going to work on in this. So if you're on your back, your heels are going to be up at tickling distance, if they can get there. If not, where are they going to go? Then, so I'm going to talk you through these next steps, but just watch me do it for a moment so you'll have it. The first step that we do is we just push the feet into the floor. And you'll notice when I push my feet into the floor, it sort of tips my pelvis up. Can you see that microscopic pelvis motion? Okay. So that's move number one, and we're going to do that a bunch of times. Then, once that's second nature, rotation my thighs. So get that, that'll make you stick out your butt a little bit, and so then roll the butt to tuck under. So those inner thighs are trying to wind back, your tailbone's trying to tuck under, and you're squeezing that blunt gently, standing up nice and tall. Should feel like a lot of work in that lower body. True or false? Good. So if you say true, you are doing it right. It feels like a lot of work to me, and I'm used to it. So from here, keep all that going. We're going to take our hands up into the saguaro cactus pose. We're just going to take an inhale. We're going to pry those elbows back, slightly down. And then as you exhale, you're just going to bring them back through. Inhale, bring them up, saguaro cactus. And exhale, just take it on down. Let's do one more time. And exhale, take it on. All right, you can remove that block for the moment. And now we're just going to warm up our abs and our quads. We've done this one before in this class. We took our hands, right hand on top, and you just snug your left hand. You snug that up to your belly button. Then tuck your tailbone under. Then I feel this lower back long. You're going to try to keep that lower back long. As you lean back slightly, you should feel this engage your abs and also your quads. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale. Back slightly, abs and quads. Here we go. 3. 4. And one more time for 5. And on up. Come down with hands and knees, all fours. Okay, from here, we are going to do some side leg raises. So look at your left leg, I'll mirror you for this one. And with that leg bent, we're just going to hike it up to the side. And put it on down. Let's alternate side to side. So we'll go right into the right side. Up we go. And then down. Good chance to spread those fingers. Inhale and jump on the left. Exhale, put it down. Inhale, lift up on the right. Exhale and put it down. Inhale it right. Pushing the floor away so the shoulder muscles stay nice and active. And side. Down. One more time. Left. And right. Down. And from there, you're going to press back to the extended child's pose. Take a little break there. Arms extended. With the extended child's pose, it starts to warm up your arms a little bit. Or eventually doing those downward dog poses. That are part of our sequence. Breathing into the back body. Let's come up again to all fours. All right, did it make sense? Oh, wait, this probably made sense to you guys, right? Just move your leg. Did it make sense when I said push the floor away, keep those shoulder muscles active? We worked on that a lot last week, I believe. And so what that means is instead of sort of being like this, that just looks funny. I shouldn't have done that on the recording. I'm going to be really well activated here. And then what's interesting is that as I go, what I notice in myself is I want to sort of make room with my arms. Like my household, there were little Gumby and Cookie dolls where if you push the bottom of the platform, they collapse because they're made of some elastic string thing. So don't be that guy. So what I notice is when my leg goes up to get it higher, I want to kind of do Gumby Cookie over here. So instead, we're keeping all of this nice and firm, and then really push through a little bit as you go. So we're going to do a preliminary exercise for that, and we'll go back over one more of these side raises. So from here, all you're going to do is press back to child's pose. That's an exhale. You're going to inhale the transition through all fours. You come slightly forward, and then I'm just going to drop those shoulder blades back. So I'm getting the stretch in my shoulder blades. That's what not to do in that posture. And then I'm going to do what I do is press up and then just back to that child pose. So I inhale through all fours. I exhale, I just drop my rib cage to let my shoulder blades float up. Then I put my shoulder blades back on my body and send it on back. One more set. Inhale through the transition. Exhale, drop that rib cage, float the shoulder blades. Inhale up. And exhale, press back to child's pose. Rest here for a moment. Opening up the back body. Okay, come to all fours. So we warmed up those shoulder blade joints. Now let's use them. Let's spread the fingers out like we learned last week. And even push down through that index finger knuckle. Really helps you protect your wrist. Now look at which side you start on your left side. I'm going to do my left too. And keeping this all firm, we're going to take it up to the side and then put it back down. Now if you feel like that's too boring and you want something more challenging, you can try a straight leg. Take it up and put it back down. So pick which one. I don't want to do that challenging myself. I'm going to use my best leg. 3, 4, all on the same side this time. 5. You probably feel your ab muscles engaging as you do this. All right, relax. Get ready for the other side. So here we go. The right leg is push the floor away. That helps with abs stay engaged. And here we go. Right leg up. And back down. 2. 3. Push those arms. 4. And 5. Good. Knees wide, sit back, extend the child's pose. Stretch out those arms by line and forward with the fingers. The arms are long and taut. And press your armpits toward the floor. Meanwhile, pull your sacrum back in the opposite direction. You're coming up onto all fours. Let's go to our first downward dog. So let's set it up properly. Spread those fingers out. Turn the crease of your elbow forward. So my elbow joint point goes back. The crease is forward. Then push down through that index finger knuckle. Slightly grip with your spread fingers. Tilt the sitting bones up toward the sky. And then press that posterior up and back. And into the downward dog. Have your knees bent for this first round, please. Really try to get that position of your arms correct. Rolling points of the elbows back, crease the elbows forward. Drop your head, look toward belly button. Very good. Then simply walk your feet up to the front of your mat. And forward. Knees bent. Take a moment here in forward bend. Decompress your spine. When you're ready, bend your knees, tuck the tailbone under, stack your spine all the way up. All right, starting to feel warm. Part of that is because the heater's on 72 and I don't have to go turn it down. So I hope you're ready for a warm yoga class. It should be quite pleasant. Air conditioning class at 72, isn't it? Here we go. So let's bring our feet closer together. We're going to engage our Tadasana mountain pose. So let's start from the base, picking up your toes, spread them out, grip those toes, and use that to encourage the rest of your calf muscles to grip, your thigh muscles to grip, lifting the kneecaps up by flexing those thighs. Here, then roll the inner thighs back like we did before, and then tuck the tailbone under, so this whole lower body is engaged. Here, we're going to keep that all going. We're going to practice Tadasana, Urdhva Hastasana, so hands up pose. So all we do is we're going to inhale and raise it up. Pause right there for a moment. You can get your hands back in line with your ears, but if you need to, put them wherever they go. And then really try to turn that armpit in toward your face. And this is the same thing we're trying to do in that downward dog. So we're not like this. Go ahead and just do that for a minute if you want to feel what not to do. My elbow's pointing out. No, I'm really turning that armpit toward the face. The thumb's going back in this case. And then once you're there, see if you can tuck your rib cage back down. So that should really engage those ab muscles. And then notice whether your shoulders are shrugged towards your ears. And if they are, just drop them back down. So see if you can get this pattern. That armpit turning, arms really reaching up, but the shoulders going down, the rib cage going back down. And here, take a big breath in. And then exhale, just float those arms down by your side. And rest. Okay, now, was that a workout or did I just work out too hard here this week? Right, so for me, something in the like, turn that and put it down, but reach it up, do this. Like it should really be engaging these muscles in your arms. And then if you can keep the legs going, I know it's a big ask to do all of this stuff, but that's part of yoga. That's what makes it yoga. So doing all this fancy stuff inside. So we're going to do one more round. Tadasana, Urdhva Hastasana. So we do some other things. But let's get this in. So starting from the bottom, toes up, spread out, grip the ground, grip your bones, roll the inner thighs back, roll the tailbone under, engage, 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 just like Star Trek taught us. Then hands up, turning those armpits in toward the center, tucking those ribs down, dropping those shoulders down, but reaching through the fingers, through the crown of the head. Abs should be working. Big deep breath in. And then exhale. Okay, feeling all right? Cool, so let's take this now into our chair pose, Utkatasana, fierce pose. And as we talked about last week, this is the setup for, we're going to be getting into that sun salutation more today. But just to remind you, one of the reasons why I'm going into all this stuff with the arms and such is that this chair pose that we're about to do should be the same thing as your downward dog pose, right? So this whole upper body, hopefully, let's see how much, oh yeah, I'm doing okay. These arms are like an extension of my torso. They're not doing this. They're in the same line. So the downward dog pose, it's also similar to when you do a handstand pose. It's the same alignment here, there, and even upside down. So we want this really great distribution of force right through those shoulders and then down through that torso. So let's give it a try. Here we go. That'll make me work too hard. Let's make you work some hard too. So we're going to have our feet, it can be close together, or I like my feet about fist distance apart because that lines the feet right up under where that hip joint is. Then bend your knees until you can just tickle the ground. Leave the knees bent there. Bring those arms up. Now the work, obviously, is going to work your thighs. See if you can get those arms in line with the ear. Turning the elbows in towards your face. Now see if you can tuck that tailbone back under. Pull those lower ribs in. Your abs should be fired up. Take a big breath in and out. When you're ready on an inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, let it all the way up. Pause for a moment and you rest. Let's go one more time. Chair pose. So bending, sweep the floor if you can with your fingers, and then sweep up, keeping those knees nice and bent. Turning those inner arms toward the ears. Drive the arms back in alignment with your ears. Tuck the tailbone. Pull the lower ribs in. Smile for extra credit. I should smile. I'm on camera. Here we go. Inhale up. And exhale it down. Good. And relax. All right. Those are hard. I don't know what's going on here. So, with this morning, we've got with our bridge pose, we've got your hamstrings fired up. With our lateral raises, you get your glutes fired up. And then this chair pose should have your quads fired up. So now we should have nice strong legs. We can use downward dog poses, lunges. Let's get it started. So the one thing before we go into these is please just remember this position with your arm. This is the one thing I want to harp on today, is that as you're in the downward dog pose, don't do this with your arm. Do this and this, and I'll be walking around to help you a little bit with that, because you'll have a lot of fun. So let's get it started. You're at the front of your mat. We're going to do slow sun salutation, staying in a few of these different postures. So let's inhale, the hands up above the head. Let's exhale with bend knees and come down to that forward bend. Stay here for a deep breath in and out. Good. When you're ready, take that right foot back, put the knee down, and just inhale and lift the chest, lunge. We'll stay here for exhale, and another inhale. And when you're ready, put the hands down, step the 2 feet back into the plank pose. If plank pose is hard for you, go ahead and do this with your knees down. We'll take a breath in and out here. When you're ready, put your knees down, take an inhale, and best you can, slowly lower down through a push-up, all the way down to the floor. We're going to do a baby cobra for 3 reps. So we're going to inhale and lift those collarbones up. And then exhale, put it on back. Inhale, lift those collarbones up. Pulling the elbows slightly towards the center line behind you. And exhale. Down. One more time. Good. Coming to all fours. Here we go. It's time for our downward dog. Remember, you can always do the child's pose if you need to instead of the downward dog. So let's start by spreading our fingers, turning the crease of the elbow forward, pressing down through the index finger knuckle, and gripping with those fingerprints. Toes tucked under, tailbone high, lift your posterior in the air, and then pull the butt away from the arms until those arms straighten out in alignment with your spine. Hold the posture there. Looking good. Oh, it was worth the time. This is a good looking classic downward dog pose. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, that was probably long enough, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, go ahead and come down to the child's pose. Rest. Forward. So we step back with our right foot, and we're going to step forward with our right foot. But let's play with the variation from last week. This is to make those steps a little easier. So in this case, all you do, you take this left hand out to the side, and then it should make it really easy. Just replace that right hand with my right foot. Yeah. Let's go back one more time. So you came from all fours. And the trick is to lean way over here. So that's got plenty of room to come up. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. If you need to, of course, you can always use the other one to help. But just go ahead and say that. Come back to all fours. We'll do it all the time. Watch me for a sec. The idea is, obviously, when you do this with downward dog, a lot of times it's hard for people to get the foot past there. more challenging bits of yoga. So if instead you put your knee down, you get right up there and you can still feel that heart rate flow a little bit rather than make that flow stuff. Let's do it one more time. Left hand to the side, lean, snap. Just come back to the center. So you inhale to remove it. And step up on the exhale. Hold down. More of an exhale, I guess. Inhale, bring it all the way up. And exhale all the way back down. Let's do it again. Let's do the other side. We'll do one more round super slow. So it's going to be kind of pleasant to start. So here we go. Palms to the heart. We're going to inhale up above head. And we're going to exhale, float it down. Okay, it's the left foot this time. Let's step it back. Knee down. Lift to the fingertips and stay here for a breath in. Breath in. And when you're ready, palms flat, and you step back to the plank or all fours, whichever one works for you. Pause here for a breath in and out. You can smile if you want, it's okay. When you're ready, put your knees down, take an in breath. Exhale, do a slow motion push up. Come all the way to the floor. Baby cobra 3 times. Inhale and lift. And exhale, rest back down. 2. And back down. If you can, be pulling those elbows toward the center line. One more time. Good. Back down. Come through all 4. Set it up. Spread those fingers out. Creases the elbow forward. Point the elbow back. Press through the index finger knuckle. Toes under. Hip sit bones high. Lift the butt high. Pull the weight off your arms by moving your pelvis backward in space. Pushing the floor forward. Breathe. There you go. Beautiful. All right, come down to child's pose. Rest for a second. When you're ready, come on up, all 4s, and let's do our same trick as the other side. We take this right hand way over the side so I can lean on it. Left foot comes right up where the left hand was. Beautiful. Hands back to the center just so we can get our little lift. Step up. And we hold. Straight legs or bent knees. Come all the way up, arms overhead. And all the way back down to the heart. Keep pressing. Exhale, let this All right. Any questions on that transition? So now we're going to go through our sun salutation with a little bit of flow. We won't stop and do 3 cobras, but we'll still go slow enough that if you want, you can use that side hand into lunge transition. So no specifics we need to review. Everybody feeling good in that downward dog? You're able to push and twist and pull and such. All right. Doing okay? Let's see what happens. Here's confident that way. Protect the shit so it doesn't float up during my practice. And away we go. So just 2 more rounds of sun salutation. Palms to the heart. We inhale and we reach up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Knees can bend or stay straight, whichever you like. Right foot steps back. Knee down. And inhale, lift up. Palms down. Exhale to the plank. Take an in breath here. Knees down. Reverse push up. Inhale to the cobra. Exhale to the downward dog.
We'll stay here for just 3 breaths. Obviously, if downward dog is difficult or painful, take the child's pose. Very good. Come toward all fours with your left knee down. So I guess it's all threes. Put your left hand out to the side. Step that right foot up. Bring your hands back so you can lift the heart. And then step that left foot up and forward fold. All the way up, arms overhead. All the way back down, hands to the heart. Right into it with the other side. Inhale, arms up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back. Knee down into the lunge. Big inhale as you lift the heart. Exhale as you step into the plank or all fours. Deep breath in. On the exhale, knees down, slow reverse push up. Inhale into the cobra pose. Exhale back to the downward dog. Rest for 3 breaths. Okay, come forward to all threes. Drop that right knee. Right hand out to the side. Step through. Hands back. Lift up inhale. Right foot steps up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way back to the heart. Deep breath in and out. Just one more round. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. The right foot back. Knee down. Inhale. Lift. Left foot back. Plank pose. Exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. Knees down. Reverse push up. Over pose. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing left. Good. Left knee down. Left hand out to the side. Step your right foot up. These hands back. Inhale. Heart. Left foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way in. Exhale back to the heart. Deep breath in and out. Inhale all the way up. Other side, here we go. Forward fold. Left foot back. Knee down. Inhale with the heart. Exhale, plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, reverse push up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 2 breaths. Coming to all threes, right knee down, right hand out, step that left foot up, hands back to the middle, lift the heart, step forward, exhale into the floor. Inhale all the way up. And exhale all the way back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. All right, most excellent. So, got a nice set of sun salutations with all of these new little adjustments for your arms. While I'm gone, class, you'll have a substitute, and I want you keep working on all of these important. I gotta put on my third grade voice sometimes, but it is kind of fun, right? You know, if you miss me, Here I am, in your elbow, rotating forward. There I am, in your thighs, spiraling back. And so always with you if you're doing your homework. All right, let's come down and have a seat. We'll get some nice stretch on. Hopefully your body feels nice and warm from those. So, and we'll see, one thing about these sun salutations, you'll have noticed, before we do a couple of fun stretches, when we started, we did these ones, and then I had you going into downward dog, plank, child's pose, cobra. Those are nice because they take a push-up. All of you look like you're doing fine with that first push-up. So, but one of the things you'll notice, and then if you come on Saturday, we do a different sun salutation. It makes your life more difficult. Don't come into traffic. But it's nice and hard. So the thing is, if you go to different yoga schools, they'll do different sun salutations, and that's just part of the game. But they all have this kind of similar thing. They're all going to go back and forth, downward dog, cobra, couple of lunges in there somewhere, and you just kind of figure it out. So my friend Nico, yeah, what do you say?
Cobra. Do you have bent arms or straight arms? You just
Okay,
straighten your arms,
cobra.
or I cobra.
Yeah, when you are warmed up, you'll
Yeah,
straight.
you can.
But when I do my first couple rounds, I usually do a baby one, or sometimes you can do a sphinx sit. That's hard to do in the flow of the downward dog because you kind of get static there. But this is one of the opportunities to keep your wrists on the floor. Ideally straight, and then some schools they'll do upward dog, which is cobra, but with your only points of contact on your feet and your what are these called, hands. So anyway, your substitute, Miko, I'm not sure what type of sun salutation she'll do. She's got the videos from this last month, so she'll probably do something very similar. But the idea is just she does a different kind of sun salutation from her tradition. You just flow along with all these principles will remain the same. All right, so let's do Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. You might want a blankie for this because it makes your life easier. And you might want to strap. I know I don't think you have them handy, but you'll see if you need it. Don't have to run over there yet and get one. But let me just demonstrate. So in this one, you've got one foot tucked up. This ankle is a little injured, so see if I can make this look pretty without hurting myself. Oh yeah, it's doing pretty good. And then you're going to reach and grab that foot, or you'll grab your strap. Why do I have the blanket under my pelvis? Because it sits me up a little bit further so that gravity is going to tilt me forward rather than me, driving the reindeer. We're all on board here. So more professional Santa Claus. So let's tuck this left leg up. Very nice. The foot is as close in to the pelvis as you can get it. I'm being kind of gentle to mine because that's just the angle that my ankle doesn't want. So I may do something slightly different than this. But from here, you sit up nice and tall, you grab your strap or your foot, and you're in head to knee pose. But to get it set up right, you want to think not about putting your head on the knee, but about putting your head on your foot. Most of us won't reach there today. You graduated rather than being class anyway. But what that does is it lengthens your spine out the proper way for this posture. Then once you've tried to put your head on the foot, and most days fail, then you drop your head toward your knee. And you've got Janu Shirshasana, head to knee. Good. From here, we're going to sit up a little bit. Now we're going to take a side bend in this head to knee pose. For me, just to take care of my little foot there, I'm just going to put this out to the side, but you leave yours there if you can. So then, I'll demonstrate it on the side that works for me so you can see. All you're going to do is take this, that's your left leg, your left arm, and it's either going to go to the mat or inside your thigh there. The other arm is right up toward the sky. Well, let's see if we can take it together. The side angle of Janu Shirshasana. So right hand can be, yeah, that's your right extended. So your right hand's down on the floor, your left arm is up toward the sky. Twisting on up. If you can, you'll put this right elbow inside your thigh. And you use that to just kind of pry yourself up. The old thigh pry. Now, if you're flexible enough, you can take that top arm and reach over toward your foot. But don't let it collapse you down. You want to keep your side body open. You want to keep your right rib cage pulling through underneath there. And if you're capable of it, smile. Good. When you're ready, arch back up. Take that left foot, and now we're going to put the sole of the foot on the floor, keeping that knee bent. Then, all you're going to do from here is take the right hand, you're going to reach across, the left hand comes behind you, sit yourself up tall, and you're in a gentle twist for Matsyasana, or Matsyendrasana, the king of the fishes. Yes, and those of you who are more flexible than I was feeling when I told you to do this, you could reach and give yourself an entire hug in your forearm, or you could even get your elbow through. That was not my hooks today, unfortunately. So I'm just going to keep hanging on. On your inhale, sit your spine up tall. And on the exhale, twist a little more, look back over that left shoulder. Make sure to engage your eyes over that shoulder. The inhale sits you up tall, you can reach out with that extended right heel. Exhale, twist a little further. One more nice breath here. And exhale into the twist. Then we're going to come back to the center. You're just going to take your two hands, hold on to that leg, sit yourself up tall in the center. So this is decompressing you from that twist, just in case that was intense on any of the muscles of your spine. It gives them a chance to chill out. But this as well is a great practice for just working these postural muscles of your core. Relax and switch legs. Tuck that right leg up at this time. Face out toward your left. Get your strap if you need it. And or simply reach toward that foot. It's Janu Shirshasana. Janu is, you can hear it sounds kind of like Gani if you pronounce the K, because that's where it comes from, in that old Indo-European language. And then your Shirsha is your head. So try to put the head first on your foot. Get the spine really long. And once you've elongated yourself, you can drop the forehead toward the knee. From here, we're going to go into our side bend. So leaving that left leg extended, take your left hand to the floor or elbow inside your thigh. The right arm is going to reach up and pry yourself open into the side bend. If you're quite flexible, you can reach that right arm over toward the foot. It's in line here. Make sure you keep twisting yourself open so your heart's looking up toward the ceiling, not down to the floor. Rainbow yourself all the way up. Take that right leg and put the sole of the foot on the floor. Move to Matsyendrasana, sitting up tall. Twist to the right, and either grabbing with your hand, having your forearm or putting the elbow across, whichever one of those is right for you today. The right hand goes behind you. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, and twist a little further. Each inhale gets taller. You can push out on that left heel a little bit too and reach in that direction.
And choice, make sure you look back with your eyes. Good. Gently back to center. Just hang on to that and move two hands, sit up nice and tall and spine. Press. And last posture, we started with two-legged table. So you should be wondering, well, how many legged tables are there in yoga? The only other one I know of is the four-legged table. So from this one, if you can, your hands are going to be behind you. If you touch your shoulder, just do a very mild version of it. Soles of my feet are on the floor, and then I'm just going to lift up a little bit. See if your body enjoys that at all. If it does, try to lift up and make a nice table. And I'll take 3 more breaths here. Wherever you are, push the hands into the floor a little bit. See if you can open that heart a little bit. Don't relax your shoulders, of course. Okay, this one, smile, even if you don't want extra credit. Last in breath. And on the exhale, pelvis come on down. Set yourself onto your back for Shavasana or corpse. Place any blankets or cushions that you need to get completely comfortable for the next 5 minutes. Let's see, corpse pose. Remember, the corpse pose is complete. All the other yoga postures, they're meant to release habitual tensions so that you can simply relax. So for a few moments, quietly let you simply relax. intention to integrate your practice today. Reflecting on anything that you learned or inspired by, a sense of accomplishment or gratitude. Take just a moment or two to let that seep into you. As if your practice this morning was forming like a reservoir of relaxation within that you can call on if you needed to. If you're ready, remaining in Shavasana for just one more moment, begin to deepen your breath. Imagine and feel as if your in-breath draws in new vitality, reaches in and fills all of your cells, reaching all the way down even to your extremities. Let that in-breath reach all the way to your fingers and toes. And as it does, you can allow the fingers and toes to wiggle and move just slightly, bringing movement back into stillness. When you're ready, move your wrists and your ankles a little bit. And gently just stretch your body out. Break that relaxed transition. When you get tired stretching out, roll onto one side, take a little fetal position for a moment. Last couple of breaths there. When it feels right, use your hands to press yourself up to seated.